We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isa Crouch.
And this is...
Foreign Show!
On the foreign show.
Goes, people all ages, welcome to That Foreign Show.
Hi guys, so we're starting again. Just now we had some technical difficulties. So
Yes.
we're going to start Insider again and tell you what's going on for today.
Insider, special segment. Insider, we want you to be a part of it. We're going to give you some information, all these and more. All right, today you got a cool show, right?
Right, so if you just join us, my name is Celestine Angel.
My name is Isaac Rakesh.
And we're here on That Foreign Show, ADR Networks, activating your senses.
Yeah.
So today we have our friends from Russia. There we have sisters Tatiana and Marina, who's going. The letter's going to be a little late, but Tatiana is already here. And right now for Insider, we would like to share with you an event that Kentaro, our guest from episode 2, is hosting. It's an event called Intercambio de Idioma.
The idioma. Kentaro, if you know, he was a cool dude we met in episode 2. There we go. Intercambio de idioma. Wow, I see like some the Taipei Tower there. I see the Statue of Liberty, Leaning Tower Pizza, Big Ben. So it's a whole international thing going on.
Right. So basically, this is a language exchange program, or
Oh wow.
it's also organized by. It is hosted by Kentaro and organized by Lengua y Cultural Language School.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the idea for this is like a networking thing for foreigners here in Mexico. So everybody who's watching, you're welcome to join.
Yeah,
like
please come on down.
even if you're Mexican and you just want to, experience like a intercultural kind of environment, go on ahead. It's free and you're very welcome to go. It's at Centro Historical. If you can see, I think the words are pretty small, but it's in Centro Historical.
Do check out our Instagram page, The Foreign Show, to get all the information. Or you can go to Kentaro's page.
Yeah, it might be
And check it
there.
out as well.
I'm not sure, but we will share it
Yeah.
on our page, and you can get all the information there, and also on Facebook. I think we can put it in the comments.
Cool. Well, if you're a tourist, first time in Mexico, or you've been here a while and you're not really sure what you want to do, just come on down, because it's we've been to one of these Kentaro events before, and they're really fun. A whole bunch of people from all over the world just talking, having good food, relaxing,
Right.
exchanging.
And I think that is Kentaro's main thing. Like he has talked about it. Because Kentaro is actually like a salsa master, and he's also has a restaurant and that kind of thing. But his main thing is to build community, and his target audience of people that he's bringing together. They are the foreigners that are here, and it's pretty cool. He's a Japanese guy, and he doesn't really English is not his first language, but he's doing something that is connecting everybody together, which we are all in support for. That's for sure, because that's what we are doing here on this show as well. What we want to do on our radio show is to help everyone explore a deeper meaning, behind traveling so far away from home, and like getting like the most profound experience that they can in the process.
Yes, that foreign show. That's what we want to bring to you, right? That's what we want to bring to you guys. And also, while we're at it, a big thank you for watching, and drop us a like or comment so that we can get back to you. And a shout out to all of our people who've been supporting us. Shout out to Rosa, and shout out to all of the rest who are watching this. And we want to invite you to come on down to this event with us. We're going to be there, right?
Yes, we are going to be there.
We're going to be there on Saturday.
Yeah, it's from 6 to 8 p.m. We'll be there around there.
Yeah.
And you feel free to come and say hi if you are, if you see us on the show and you happen to see us there, feel free to come and say hi.
Say hi. Say something, man. Say something. If you see us, just don't just walk by.
Okay, yeah, you can go talk to Isaac.
Stress. It's all good.
All right, so right there you can see our Instagram page up online. It's at That Foreign Show. So if you haven't yet followed us, please do. We need all the support we can get. We're still a new show, and we would really like to build this up for everybody.
Since you touched on that topic, that's what we want to do, right? We want this show to be useful for you guys, and give you some information, not just technical kind of information, but also also useful kind of,
it's insider information, that kind of thing. That's why we named this segment this way. Like honestly, like if you want to find out anything right now, you can just Google it. It's not really what we want to do.
Yeah.
Like that kind of information. What we would like to share is, something that we really recommend from, that has benefited us more spiritually, more deeply, or even just like food. If it's food wise, is something that added value for our experience here, that kind of thing.
Nice.
So yeah, I think we are going to keep the insider segment short today.
Yeah.
Because our guest is already here. Our first guest, Tatiana, and we are going to invite her in right now. So in a couple of minutes, you'll see her.
Yes, this has been a few weeks in the making. The sisters are good friends of ours, and we've talked about this, and finally it's gonna happen. So really excited.
Right. Okay. So we take a really quick break. And we'll be right back. Activating your senses.
What she said.
We are going to a break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
On the Foreign Show.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Nosotros somos
Tony Nieto.
Yo soy Cox y los invitamos a que no se pierdan todos los miércoles de
3 a 4 de la tarde
nuestro programa Conectados por ADR Networks, activando tus sentidos.
¿Qué tal amigos? Les saluda Valia Ziffel para invitarlos a que cada miércoles a partir de las 12 del mediodía me acompañen en el programa La Grandeza de tu Ser, en donde juntos vamos a descubrir la grandeza que hay en cada uno de nosotros. Solo aquí en ADR Networks, activando tus sentidos.
That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show.
Hey guys, we're back at TFS. Thank you for staying with us.
On that foreign show.
Back. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
Make
Yeah.
some noise for
Woo.
Tatiana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I so nice to be here finally. I
Yes.
really thought it was cursed or something.
Yeah.
Something would always happen, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to explain
Explain to
like,
the people.
like Tatiana and Marina, they were already here like a couple of weeks back, and we had the very unfortunate
Passing of
Isaac Crouch, yeah.
Isaac
So,
Crouch.
like, it was like completely the wrong time and everything. So the both of them decided to change it to another day. So I'm very happy they're back today.
Yes, and we want to thank you guys. Thank them for being so understanding. I mean, they came down to the studio and
Yeah,
then
it
they
was-
changed their plans. And
It was a
you
very
know,
strange
yeah.
situation for everybody, and they came and wasted their time and everything. But
no, we didn't waste it.
I'm very happy that you decided.
It's life,
to
you
come
know.
back.
It
Mhm.
can happen, of course. Yeah. But now my sister is gone
Yes,
somewhere.
Marina has a very urgent thing to attend to.
Yes.
Like it's
Yes.
official government stuff. So we will have an end. You were saying that it's like only for today. Like it's very hard to get the dates, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
like once in 6 months.
Oh.
And well, yeah. but
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
now I'm
So
alone.
we are waiting for her. Like hopefully she
Mhm.
can join us. And so it is a good thing that we had a little technical trouble earlier. So maybe
got
we
more
can
time.
we have more
Yes,
time.
we can get her on.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So when we look at the poster of you guys, right, the word Wanderlust, you know?
Wanderlust.
Wanderlust,
yes.
and we have quite a lot of viewers who I would say also travelers like that, no, world travelers.
Like the idea like
Mhm.
that we would like to explore is actually that like you're not coming here because you came here for school or you came here for a job, but like it's with an open plan, like you're flowing with life.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. This is how it happened.
Hmm.
Me and my sister always felt like we were meant to travel, and there was always this feeling inside that the road is waiting for us somewhere, And back, I think it was 2008, I saw the movie called, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, Into the Wild.
Into the wild.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's about this guy, Alexander Suprytkina.
Okay.
And after he graduated, he decided to leave everything in his life, all his savings, everything, because he was questioning the system. He was questioning where is he, what is society doing, and everything. And he went to travel.
Existential
Exactly,
questioning.
yes. And he went to travel across the United States.
Right.
And it's a wonderful movie, amazing soundtrack. And I was like, oh my God, this is my people. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not
connected
alone.
completely with it.
Completely, yes. And it was amazing.
Mhm.
It was, started to travel after that, basically. And
Where were you guys at? In which part of Russia were you?
it's such a huge country. It's really hard to explain. It's closer to Kazakhstan. The city is called
Okay.
Taliati. It's
Okay.
close to the bigger city called Samara, so maybe
Okay.
someone knows something
The
because
names
it's
sound really nice. I like
yeah.
it.
Well, Tagliati actually
Tagliati.
it was named after an Italian communist. I don't know.
Ah.
Super random facts
Wow.
for everybody.
Tagliati.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
So yes.
but you were living. I mean, your family is there. You were born there.
Yes,
Tagliati,
it's
okay.
it's kind of a small city, industrial city. So not a lot was happening there. Like couldn't really find people who were connected to the same thing that I was feeling. That
You
my
felt
sister
kind of
was
weird,
feeling.
right? Like
So
kinda
weird,
out
like an
of-
alien. Always, like my whole life, I feel like an alien everywhere.
I think that's exactly it about people who feel this wanderlust and then they
Yes.
travel. Like you did feel very like alien in where you're born.
Yes, it's the strangest feeling ever. It's really hard to explain to someone who never felt it. Have you guys felt it?
Yeah,
Because you're
like-
also travelers, right?
I mean,
Can you
we-
relate?
Like
Yes.
we felt completely different from our friends in Singapore, and then when we came to Mexico, we are like, oh my god, there's like we felt that okay, we found like a whole bunch of people that were like us,
Yes,
like
exactly.
the
That's
country
the best
of
feeling.
people that were like us, because
Uh-huh.
like there was a lot of like, I mean, okay, like we will begin a topic, like let's say it's like on any like maybe a spiritual topic, and usually in Singapore we are getting these question marks faces, but here they already know, they have things to add, and we're already on the third point. It's,
Here you're
it's
not
amazing.
crazy enough. Here you're like, oh, I could done that. Or that, I could do that. Yeah.
No, for real. I mean, like, first time we came here, one of the first things that hit us was like people were doing art on the streets, and we've never seen the way that they were doing it like that before. It's like they find a spot. Okay, this is my spot, and that becomes their canvas. Like they started displaying their art and also like using the walls and also using the entryway and everything. It's just like a complete dedication to what the art is,
it's
right?
amazing.
Yeah,
For
that part
sure.
really made us
Yeah,
feel
then
something
I
good.
think like the coolest part was like we because being so weird, right, back at home, so we thought like we also connected with being unique in that sense. So there's like a whole storyline or identity about that. Then when we came here, and then by now that all that story is gone, I don't feel unique or weird anymore. I'm just like like every other person. I'm cool.
just like
I'm
everybody
happy with
else.
that. I'm very happy with that. I don't need the ego of like being weird.
Yeah.
So did you guys stick out like very obviously in that the town where you're from? You say it's an industrial place, so I take it not many people around.
Well, there are people. There are
Okay.
people. You can find people there. It's just you can't really find people who think like you, I think. And some people are very happy there. Just we weren't, unfortunately. But I think it was meant to be always.
Right.
Some people are meant to travel. Some people are meant to go beyond their countries and everything, and just go forward. Yeah.
And like,
Yes.
do you feel that right now when you go back, you will feel happy and fine as well? Like
If I go back,
because of all the
no,
the
please,
traveling.
please, no, no. Why are you
I mean,
making
it's
my
a
nightmares
question that
come true
I
right now?
wonder.
The only
We got her. She's here. Come get her.
I'll tell you some stuff off air later as well.
okay, no. Well, honestly, the only thing I miss from my hometown is my parents, and that's it. Well, nature. It's a beautiful nature around the city and everything. But honestly, I don't have any. It's just it's an emotional connection to that place because I was so unhappy there and so kind of depressed. So when I think about going there, I feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so sad again. Of course it's not true, but it's just the association that I have with my hometown, unfortunately.
So how long have you been away?
It's been a little more than 4 years.
Okay,
cool.
maybe like not long enough, like longer.
Maybe
and
not
then-
long enough. Yeah.
And then when you go back, you feel like a different kind of warmth or something. Like I mean, I'm not saying go back for good. I mean, like like
just to visit or
just to
something.
visit.
Yeah.
But you have visited during this time.
No, it was the pandemic.
Yes,
and now it's just,
exactly like it was for us as well.
yeah.
I think it's meant to be like that way, like it's a cleansing period, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
but,
to reset everything. And
Yes, yeah, definitely. But I I feel like I want to see more new places,
Yeah, right.
not going back somewhere. I think I've had enough of Russia.
We are so like connected with you about that.
Yeah.
Like we are like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll plan the next place first, then we can go back home to visit.
Exactly.
Yeah, because otherwise, like
Yes. And you guys, do you feel like you would like want to come back? How do you feel about coming back
To Mexico?
to Mexico?
Yes.
You want to go back to that?
as in going
going
back
back.
to Singapore, right?
Yes.
Like
So you have
I
to-
definitely, I mean, for us, we've been a longer time away, and like I do feel
How long have you been?
for us it's like 7 years. 7 years.
7 years.
We were going
okay.
back before the pandemic but then the pandemic started and the
Yeah.
quarantine in Singapore was just
Yeah.
ridiculous. So
Mm.
like I mean it was just no point for us at that. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
now the draw to go back is very strong. Like as in I miss my family a lot,
Okay.
and then also I want to see like what's happening in Singapore because Singapore changes very fast.
Very fast,
Oh.
Yeah, that's the
I can
difference. Like
imagine.
your like,
I think
the
my-
way your place is like
I think it's like
stagnant, right? More or less
backwards for my country. I think, unfortunately.
Okay, for the people who don't really know, you mentioned it's
Yeah.
close to the part of where Kazakhstan is. I
Mhm.
mean, because Russia is huge, right?
It's enormous.
It's huge.
Yes.
Like, I mean, yeah, you don't have to get into that, but like, okay, so are you talking Western Russia? So it's closer to like the European.
It's closer to European.
Okay,
Yeah, to the
okay.
European side. Oh, yes.
I
yes,
Right,
yes.
right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm also very interested to talk to you about Israel because
Ah, yes.
I remember you say you went to
Israel.
Israel before, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Israel
What-
has
was
such a
just
warm
before
place
Mexico?
in my heart. It was the first time we went to Israel with my sister again, who's here in spirit.
Yes.
It was 2013, and then every summer we would go there to volunteer.
Oh wow.
And if I have amazing stories from this time and amazing friendships, and this country is so small and in some ways contradictory as well,
Mm.
but you just have to go there and experience everything for yourself. I love Israel with all my heart, and yes, we were volunteering there, and actually like sometimes it's interesting to see how some things in life are connected. And me and my sister we could never know that actually us volunteering in Israel would lead us here, because we were volunteering so hard. we just decided that the laundry was our purpose in life.
What exactly do you do for volunteering? Like laundry?
Yeah, it was many things around, because we're volunteering in a hostel, like with
Okay.
a bunch of other foreigners and everything.
Mm.
And so one guy that also was working there, he saw how hardworking we were, and he invited us here to Mexico to work with him. So this is how
That is
we
cool.
actually ended up.
Right. The
Yes,
flow.
I was like, okay, but of course we did that just with our hearts, even working with our hearts and everything.
That's really
so yeah, this
interesting
is so
because-
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think a common theme that if you're just joining us right now, we're talking about traveling, right? We're talking about some things that as travelers we are interested to know. Also, like a lot of times when we are growing up, there's this thing about being a dreamer or wanderlust, being in that state, where we always have this feeling that you're not taking part in life. Because now you mentioned that you guys volunteered really hard. So you gave it your all, right?
Mhm.
It was a lot of action, right?
Mhm.
Waking up every day, working. So would you say this path in life is very different from what the impression that people have? Oh, you're just a dreamer, you just want
Oh,
to
yes.
see the world, or you're not going to contribute anything. It's
They
very different, right?
they also a lot of times think that you have a lot of money, and it's so easy for you and everything, but we had zero
Another
money.
misconception,
We had
yeah.
zero, like absolutely. And every time we would travel, we would do it with the minimum amount of money. So
Okay.
I think it could be also maybe inspiring for someone who is afraid to go
Yes.
travel,
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't have money, I don't have the opportunity.
Right.
You can survive on the bare minimum,
Mhm.
and you will always find people who will help you.
Mm.
This is the beautiful thing about traveling. Even if you travel alone, you are never alone when you travel.
Yeah.
You always meet people, you always have connections, you will always find
That's
the
really-
minimum to at least go
Right.
by
Yeah.
the day or
It's
something
really
like
part
that.
of the beauty
Mhm.
of traveling. Like it's like there's a little trust that you have in the universe, and then you flow with it. and then you meet people along the way, and,
Yeah.
right?
You learn how to trust life. You learn how to trust yourself. Because if you can survive in a very difficult situation in another country, you have so much respect for yourself. You're like, oh my God, I can do a lot of things in this life.
And so how it's like so much of opportunity to grow from just
Absolutely.
putting yourself out there and all that.
Yes.
And it's very personal, actually. So that's why, like, the outside looking in, like, people saying, oh, why are you not getting like just a stable job and doing that? Like, and why you like
where is
like
fun
a dreamer?
in that? Where is fun? What's a stable life? Who needs that?
Tell the people, No, but that's not to say also, of course, like, be like what you said earlier, every part of every role that person takes is important to the greater whole, right? Like, for example, if some dude decides I'm going to open a bakery right here, and bake the best bread possible, then this guy is doing a service to his community by baking the best bread possible,
right?
Yeah, and that is not to say, hey, you should be traveling the world. That's a bit out of point, right?
It's just about embracing all like different desires to live, the different ways to live there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, each thing is still zen. Like the guy doing the bakery and doing it with full heart. Like, and then it's we all just have our own intuitive drives, right?
But I think a lot of people fall into this trap of looking at another person's life and thinking that my life should be like that.
Oh, the comparison is your worst enemy.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you said just now, you go to a foreign country, then you start to have respect for yourself, right? Because then you start to like really trust yourself and love yourself, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's a very, very healthy byproduct, I think, of traveling.
Of course.
Going to a foreign country, meeting new people, and still thriving in a way, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think I would like to get to that second point that you were saying, like the like being grateful and all that really helped you throughout the times, like.
Of course.
Like, difficult times, like maybe during the COVID, like, was it tough for you and Marina?
It was not so tough as for some other people, because you hear so many crazy stories, people losing jobs and everything, it's so for us it wasn't that hard. But yeah, talking about gratitude, I feel it's so important to practice gratitude in life. And by practice, I mean to do it every day. Just maybe it sounds silly for someone, but basically, because before you go to sleep, just list in your head what things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And it raises your vibration so quickly and so high. You like it's amazing. It has an amazing effect on you.
Right.
And yeah.
Let me ask you a question on behalf of the people, right? So what is this vibration like? What is that?
What is vibration? Well, I think everything is made out of
energy,
vibrations, frequencies, and you need to raise yours to help the world. Because I feel like if you raise it inside yourself, it goes outside as
There's
well.
so many moments we are talking that I want to high five you.
Yes.
Like, yes, it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on the same page with me, because sometimes I may sound a little bit what is she talking about?
No, please go there.
No, it's
let's go there together.
It's like, no, like, totally no. It's like, this is how we talk as well.
This is how we
Yeah.
talk as well.
In fact, like, on that note, like, like, about raising the vibration, like, just practicing the gratitude list kind of thing. Like, because, like, Sadhguru, Sadhguru?
Yes, of course.
Because, like, Sadhguru always like tells us to, like, basically choose our thoughts, our feelings, our energies, to put them all in, like, basically this is how he says we should consciously live, is we choose what we think, what we feel, what our energies are. So basically putting ourselves in that, like, grateful state is putting ourselves in the state of bliss, which raises our vibration, and like, we are living consciously that way. Because why would you choose to be like complaining? It doesn't help anything or anyone. Choosing to be grateful is how you would prefer to keep your your state
It does
of being.
wonders, really. I was just practicing every day. I just found something on YouTube like gratefulness meditation or whatever, and it's just affirmations. And the more you listen to it, and it's really random affirmations. You can like, thank you for my food, thank you for the trees, thank you for my bed, thank you for my shower. It brings you back to these basics and simplicity, exactly. And then you don't overthink so much, because we tend to overthink so much. As you said, we have so many thoughts in our head during the day, so many thoughts, and you can choose either you go this way or that way, negative or positive. How do you react to that? How do you react to this or that thought? I think it's a lot of your brain like work is based on that, or exactly how you said it. This is your choice on how you want to live and how you want to react and present yourself. And
no wonder you look very like happy and good all the time, like
it didn't happen in one day, like you have to hit the lows sometimes, because how else do we distinguish what do we want? Only through experiencing something bad. You're like, this is bad, I don't want it for myself. So we cannot experience everything in a perfect pink world.
There is a point that you have to decide, I do not want drama. Like, then instead of being attracted to drama, like you don't want.
But that also has to do something with your conditioning, with your beliefs, maybe with your family beliefs or society, even, to be involved in drama or some low vibrations.
Right.
Well, so what do you say to someone who wants they look at you on the show and they want to travel? Maybe they want to go to the other part of the world, but they are just afraid, like, what's going to happen to my job? My friends are home. Maybe I will not find a nice, safe environment to live. What would you say to people like that who have
fears?
These kind of fears, and the fears, they feel very real, no?
Well, I think this person should decide what is scarier for him or her. Is to stay and live in life that you don't want, right? I think this is scarier than having some kind of a situation when you travel, because when you travel, at least you know that this is your choice and this is your heart, and you're doing this because you want it.
Right.
So fear will be with you in any situation. It's just either you are doing something you don't want and you have fears, or you're doing something that you want and it inspires you, and you can overcome fear, I think, better in a situation which you chose. For example, you know what I'm going with this?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we're with you.
Wow.
Yeah, well, so go for it. Go travel. Yes.
Go travel. Or even just go do whatever project you want.
Exactly. Do whatever. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like maybe some people who are not super into like traveling or whatever. It's really essentially just what we're talking about is just about going to do the thing that you love, instead of being afraid and choosing what's safe. Because really it's not safe too. It's like nothing is safe. Like what you're saying. Like like fear can be anywhere. Fear is you.
Exactly. You. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about your travels to Israel, like the Holy Land, and like how did you guys end up there? Yeah, and also how did you feel over there? I mean, it's like the holy center of the world in a way, right? Because Jerusalem, and you have
Oh, that's I can talk about Israel for hours. I ended up there because I met a guy in Argentina, and he's like,
"Oh, starts,
She
said, "Go for it!" Right?
Yes, and well, me and my sister decided to go because he invited us there, and we stayed in Tel Aviv, and like Tel Aviv, and then 1 hour, and you were in Jerusalem, and it's completely different cities. Tel Aviv is, I would say,
very modern,
more modern, yes, and it's just like you can party in Jerusalem too, but it's different because in Jerusalem it's such a interesting and a very curious place because so many religions are in one place. It's I think we can learn something from that.
All
Not
the Abrahamic religions.
it's absolutely amazing. It doesn't matter what religion you have, you will experience something spiritual there, and
Oh.
that goes
So you felt it when
that
you were
goes
there.
beyond some particular religions and everything. Yes, I felt it for sure. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and when you go to the how do you say it? I remember it's in Russian. How do you say it in English? Like the wall of cry.
The Wailing Wall, right?
Yeah.
How do you say it in Russian? Could we hear it?
Стена плача.
Stina Placha.
Yeah. Oh wow, you're really good.
We just like Russian.
Yes, and you put small like notes there with your wishes. Every wish, I'm telling you, I did it 3 times.
It came to
Everything,
pass.
everything that I wrote happened. And
Alright.
I can't make this
Okay,
up.
I'm going
It's
there.
just-
I'm going there. I'm gonna pace like 5.
Yeah, I mean, there's a mythical connection to the whole Solomon's temple and the whole. No, but it's really interesting.
Mhm.
How did you guys communicate? Like, I take it can you speak Jewish?
No.
Okay.
Well, my sister can a little bit more. She's studying Hebrew right now. Yes, but
they speak English.
Everyone
Right?
speaks
Right,
English
right.
there.
Okay.
Everyone.
But do
Are they
they-
resistant to the language, or
Yeah,
they are
that's-
like it's normal? It's like
The French question. Yeah.
No, they're not French. They're not French. No.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I think they understand that Hebrew is a little bit harder to learn. Maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but disclaimer, no offense to the French people. Yo, we dig that style, like that.
I think they know that about themselves.
Yeah,
I think they
yeah.
kind of own
and
it.
I think it's not just the French, right? The Spanish as well. They can mostly speak English, but they are holding on to their language because they feel like, why should we speak English?
Yeah,
kind
don't
of
blame
thing,
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hold on to your culture.
And how is it in Singapore?
Sorry.
How is it in Singapore with languages?
English is the first language.
The first language.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
English is the first language, and then in school we choose what they will call the mother tongue. But my mother tongue is also English.
Okay.
Yeah, and Isaac as well, because his mom speaks to him in English. My parents speak to me in English. Yeah.
Okay.
But you
Okay,
can
okay.
choose like Mandarin or Tamil. Tamil's for Indians, and then Malay. And we
Oh, that
all
sounds
like Singaporeans all speak a little bit of all the languages.
That's
Like,
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty cool,
amazing. I'm so curious. Like my education, I'm a translator, so I'm like a linguist at heart, so I'm so
Right.
curious always about languages.
So
Because growing up in surrounded by so many languages, because it means you are also surrounded by many cultures,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Wait,
it opens your
interesting.
mind.
What
Yeah.
is the second language that you guys have to take in school?
You can choose. Well, it's English, German, or French.
Okay.
But English is mandatory. You have to
Okay.
learn. You have to learn. But
Right.
also you can
That's
like
cool.
choose additional. Okay.
So that's why your English is so good.
Well,
So
I
first
think-
language Russian and second language was English.
yes.
And
Yes.
And then in
I'm also-
university they give you more choices or something like that.
Well, not really. No choices for you in Russia.
Please
No,
tell
it's
us
the
the
same.
name
I
of-
was studying English there, of course, and additionally, I was studying. In the university, I had to choose the second one, and it was French.
Okay.
And I'm still studying it. I'm
So
still
you can speak
studying.
French.
French
can speak
is stuff, man. Yo.
I love French. I love
Yeah.
French. Yeah.
It's nice. It's like very glamorous. Like because they're also snobbish, like in a like style. It's like part of the fun.
Yeah, but
But
yes.
I've come to realize it's also a very natural thing because, like, they don't really do small talk so much, right?
Small, who?
Like French, in a French situation, or French people, like. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
I'm just
I
assuming.
think so. Yeah, actually, we don't really know many French people right now,
Yeah,
but
right
we
now.
watched Emily in Paris
Like a few days ago.
recently, so we're like right now thinking all about French
Yeah.
things and like really loving it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like basically we love everything, like, or like even if we say something that seems negative, like snobbish, but we understand, we get it, like it's part of the fun.
I feel like French people are quite direct, And this
Yes.
is yes, and
Our
I
French
get what
friends
you're
in
saying.
Singapore also, they were like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, they don't really sugarcoat things.
Oh, yes.
You know, they are.
What about Russians?
They always
like,
have something to be pissed off about something. You know?
So,
yeah.
how do you feel about Russians? Like, I think that you, as the average Russian, like you're not so much like the average Russian. You know, like I mean, okay, in the
That's the
Yamados.
strangest thing, you know. Yes, I can't. To me, this is so weird when a person is like, oh, I'm so French, you know. I can never say that I'm so Russian.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in some moments, of course, but to me, it's also really probably a thought that is going to be a little radical, right?
Okay.
But I feel like that countries are stupid, you know, that the borders are stupid.
I
All the
understand.
conflicts around all the visas, I think it all should be cancelled, and we should
It would be
just,
just so wonderful,
like
like
a big community,
Yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
people having life.
But also
Yeah.
in a practical way, also not just like for the sake of it, like
not just like idealism, right?
idealism.
Like, yeah.
Because think of the amount of things that you save if you get rid of borders. I mean, like all these licenses or kind of like different, you know, in a way, different types of currencies, different things.
Yeah.
You can save on that also. But then culturally, I think you know, that's interesting to see what will happen also.
Right. And obviously, the whole reason for that is also for management. And I mean, if we're going to get more political, it will get
Yeah.
more to the
More into
money and then
Money,
management in that sense
Family
as well. But
history, if you want to go into it, because they'd be like, you know, like we were here first, you know, that kind of stuff. You know?
Oh yes, but
But
it's
these,
question:
you know-
were you here first?
yeah, like
you know,
how,
in
like,
some
they
cases
used
it's
to go all the way back, and then
Yeah.
you would.
and then people get angry, and it's just so many problems. See, like just cancel countries. Like, it's gonna be so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
wow.
So yes, back to being Russian. I don't know. It's such a hard topic for me, kind of, because I could never relate to being something. I really don't
It's like an
to,
identity, right?
exactly,
Right.
to like put my identity in a box, you know, and say I'm this or that. I always try to go outside anything or like any
Right.
normal life path that a lot
Right.
of people have. That's why probably also I was so attracted to traveling, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like for us, will be the same. Like we don't need an identity in the box. Exactly like that. We want to just be who you are, like
Yeah.
the being, the soul. But like
Mm.
like when I'm saying that I find like you're absolutely not the average Russian, is because there is like a general feeling towards like my Russian friends. Like for example, we met in Yamados, like doing acting
On a movie
extras
set,
kind of thing.
excuse me.
And like most of like the Russian people, I think they have like a colder, more reserved way of
More reserved.
you know, socializing.
That is also why I was a little.
But you're
I
not.
felt like a little alien there. You know? Well, yeah, but it takes, I think, a shot of vodka for a Russian to become friendly.
Oh, Russian vodka is the best.
It probably is. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah.
Because like I don't like vodka because like it was one of my earliest drinks, and then you know like young puking on vodka wasn't a good thing. And
Yep.
like and I don't know if I told you, but my best friend, like one of my best girlfriends back in Singapore, she's Russian.
Mhm.
And so we shared like a bottle of vodka. It was pretty fast. We like walloped it.
No,
And I
honestly,
didn't know
if the
it was
vodka is
good.
good, you can drink it so easily because you don't really notice it doesn't burn. It goes smoothly, and then you're like you don't remember anything, you know. So
Mm.
careful with that.
You don't remember anything. Oh my god, you reached the point of no return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
from high vibrations to vodka. This is how we talk today. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like looking at you, like would you say that as you travel, as you move, you just choose what you like, things that please you, things that make you happy, and then that becomes a part of you, right? Like,
I feel like it's always it's just hidden, you know, and it's always inside. We just need to discover. Oh my god, I'm just going to be such a philosophical
no, it's
person
cool.
right
Go
now.
ahead, yo. You know,
No, feel free.
You know, and then if you discover something, if you are attracted to something in this life, it's I believe you are meant to experience that. If you feel like
okay.
for example, I have this passion for photography, right? And
Yes.
it was always in me. I just like right now, finally, I am ready to discover it more. But it was just hidden. I think we are all on this journey of discovering ourselves in this life. You know, the more you live, the more of yourself you discover.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go deep in that
No,
because you need
please,
to
please.
stop me.
Please go ahead.
Like
Because, we were talking.
encourage this. This is what we want. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we want. It reminds us of a conversation we had, like talking about the show and the kind of like the things we want to talk about, and we do want to bring this element of depth, you know, of spirituality, of experience. All right, let's not call it spirituality. It might turn some people off or whatever. But just experience, you know, like because when you talk about experience, you're actually talking about the experiencer, the person who's experiencing whatever the thing is, you know. And a lot of times,
as
in
you
our
travel
conversations,
outwards, you travel inwards.
yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's exactly the same for astrology. Like the Sagittarius sign is the traveler as well as the philosopher. So as you know, they reflect. No, I'm not. But Sagittarius is the sign of the traveler.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm partially Sagittarius.
That's why I was.
Don't get me
that's why I was
started
gonna
on
ask you,
astrology, guys.
Wait, so okay.
You are what sign is which of your planet is Sagittarius?
My son, ready
your
for
sun's
this question?
Sagittarius.
No. My son is Gemini.
She
My
got
son
the
is
okay.
note.
Gemini.
Cool.
My moon is in Cancer, and then rising is Sagittarius.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you have Sagittarius in one of the three.
But you're absolutely right. Sagittarius is all about traveling and discovering new things.
And
everything.
the philosopher, so it's
Yep.
hand in hand. Like as you're as a traveler, you also reflect.
Yeah.
You are. That's why you want to experience, because you want your your world to open. You want to feel inside.
Yeah.
And
I think it's very related also to art and why people do art. Like I think there was a time, like when we were growing up in school or whatever, you know, like people have this idea of the dream life, you know, traveling all over the world, you know, the image of traveling, you know. It's actually very different from actually traveling, because like when you actually travel, you feed your soul and you grow, and it's about you, you know. And sometimes we get lost in this realm of needing to appear a certain way, like, oh, I know I've traveled. Or the same with art, you know, like, oh, I'm doing my art to appear like I'm very established or whatever, but it's very different from actually doing the art, right?
It's different. Like, and the Sagittarius is the doer. You are traveling. You are living the truth. You know, like instead of presenting and just projecting the truth, you are experiencing.
Yes.
Wow, very interesting topics you guys talking about.
I also
like,
feel like when you travel, you know, when you see other countries, other people, you also understand that we are all the same, and then it also opens your mind. You're not in your box of just like knowing one
and separation.
Exactly, and separate. Yes, you
And that's
just
why you're
understand
talking
that we
about
are all
with
one.
the
And
borders as well, like take away the borders and take away the idea of separate.
yes, of separation. Yes,
That we are all the same instead of we are all like need to protect from each other or something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean that's it's a nice dream reality or that we can aspire to. Yeah.
Well, if you're watching us, this is the Foreign Show, and if you want to connect with us, we actually want to invite you to actually connect with us. All of us, actually, all of us. We this show is about together, you know, travelers, foreigners, everybody, all right? And we just want to invite you guys to just, you know, communicate with us, and you can join us this Saturday also. We're gonna be at an event. Come on down and you can talk to us, and I don't know if you're gonna be there. Well, she might be there.
I might be there.
She might be there. Notice how she didn't say she will be there. She says she might be there.
I mean, it's just the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, that's why we'll tell you about it later. It's on Saturday, right?
It's on Saturday, yeah. So you can come on down and join us, and that's our Instagram page. Now we're talking about a few different things, but mainly about travel and about how you need to kind of take a leap when you travel, and also about how sometimes you know the right thing to do, but you're afraid to do it. You know, and that's where community is important, right? Like you mentioned, there's a lot of things that when you say you guys travel, right, and you're also experiencing things like relationships and friends and things like that. That can be pretty heavy, right? Like, because sometimes you just want to be at home. You don't want to meet anyone, right? You know.
Yeah, it does require an additional energy, like an extroverted kind of,
Obviously,
boost,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you how do you deal with that kind of certain pressures? Like, for example, you know you need to be networking, but then you also want to stay at home and not be networking. You know, like
You just stay at home and don't do anything. I don't know.
Definitely there are days of that, right?
Of course, I think everyone
pajama
does.
days. Yeah.
But it's important. I also feel, of course, as you mentioned, being in a community, and it's so important to connect to other people, but also spending time by yourself and learning how to be
Regenerate.
comfortable alone. This is also so important. I think maybe everything starts with that. If you're comfortable with yourself, you can be comfortable with other people
Yeah.
too.
It's always inside, outside.
I feel, well, but also it depends. If you're extroverted, maybe it might be a little bit harder for you, right, to be alone.
Right.
But you have to learn to do that. You have to know yourself, know thyself. Right?
Know thyself. Yes. I guess that's why I was asking that question, because like from what we noticed also, there's like two parts to this whole traveling thing, like, or meeting people thing. Like, you have these experiences, and then you also need time to kind of reflect on the experiences, or what it means to you, how it relates to you. Right?
You need time to get deep with yourself. Yeah, so it's like a two-way process. Yeah.
Two-way process. Both are important, in and out. You know what I mean? In and out.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So. Okay. Cool. Wow. Can you tell us a bit about? Sorry.
Is Marina?
I don't think. Unfortunately, I don't think she's coming.
Well, we can definitely reschedule.
Yes, we
you
must.
Both can come again, and then we can talk more.
Would be such a pleasure.
Will you come again? You will. Right?
Of course,
Okay.
I will. Yes. Without maybe.
Okay, without a maybe.
Yeah, and then
no, thank you so much for having me. It's always such a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
I also want to mention that, like, Tatiana here, I call her Tanya, and she's a photographer, and this is her page. Very beautiful photos, very vibey.
Very vibey.
Yeah. You just started on
I'm just
like getting
I finally
into it, right?
got a new camera,
wow.
gear. It inspires
Cool.
me to go and
Nice.
do, and I'm working on my portfolio right now, so anyone is welcome to just message me. Let's do a photo session.
Right, you heard that?
Yeah,
So
let's
message her on her Instagram page.
And I gotta put this out there, in this world and day and age that we are in, where pretty much everyone can buy a camera and become a camera person. In this day and age, it is really important, if you're looking for something special, or you're looking for art, it's like, find the artist, find the artist. So yes, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Find the artist within you, or find the artist
in and out.
In and out.
In and out. Yeah.
You want photos? Yeah, find a photographer. You want some special art with the photos? Find an artist. In this case, we have an artist right here.
I see where you're going. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have arrived at the last few minutes of our show, and like, is there anything that you feel like you would like to, like, an inspiration that you have for our other expat friends here in in Mexico?
You mean a word of advice?
Yeah,
could be anything that you feel.
Yes, and also expats, and also some local friends that we have here who are very interested to travel, and they get very inspired when they see people like you who are traveling.
Yeah, who took the chance?
Took the chance. Like, what would you say to them?
So 2 groups. I was just like, which one? Which one?
In and out. That's the answer. In
and out. Yeah. Well, this is actually the hardest part, I think, to to advise something in particular. Yeah. Well, actually, as we talked today, don't be afraid to follow what you want, because it's just, you will not regret it. And to the expats that are here, I think join the community. I think that we should support each other. And to people who have the Wanderlust, go for it. You will not regret it. Maybe one day you'll be sitting also on a radio show and talking about your experiences and your stories, you know.
Yeah. But it's
Very
true.
meta.
Would you say it's really true that they will not regret? Would you say that?
Of course. Never.
We feel the same.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you will regret. going for
Like
it.
if they are having any feelings of regret, is like it's actually something to that topic itself is to look at and to
explore
and
more.
like some kind of healing can yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
It's too bad we run out of time because it would be nice to
We have so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
About
we
healing.
can talk more when Marina has the time, and we can reschedule for next week. I'm sorry,
Yes.
the
Next time,
next
yeah,
time,
and then next month.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thank you again, and thank you for listening to anybody who was listening.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we have come to the end of our That Foreign Show.
Yes.
Our That Foreign Show.
Our That Foreign Show.
Here on ADR Networks. I'm Celestine Angel.
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
And this is
Tatiana Suprytkina.
Oh yeah, we don't know how to pronounce your
Try
surname.
to pronounce
Okay,
my surname.
let's do it.
Say it again.
Tatiana Suprytkina.
Suprytkina.
Yay!
Tatiana
Suprytkina.
Suprytkina.
Good.
Okay, and then our tagline here on ADR Networks is activating your senses.
Okay, so let's do that in
Together.
2, 3.
Activating your
senses.
senses.
Oh yes.
Peace
Thank you.
out. Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
That foreign show. We'll be